Welcome back to Ben's Garage. We are in the Range Rover. I've already made this video once, uploaded it, and it got a copyright strike. Bugger. In today's video, we're going to have a look at the Logic 7 system in this car. Now, this came about because on Sam's live stream the other night, they got talking about the sound system in the Range Rover. Now, the Hobbit had just brought me through a nice apple crumble. So I sat there eating a bowl of apple crumble and a cup of tea. And I thought, I've got the brochure sat over there. So I got the brochure and I read through it. I'll put it up on the screen. Just briefly reading through it, it said that new for the 2010, it comes with 19 speakers and 1200 watt sound system. Or 1200 watt premium sound system. I was all excited and thought, yeah, excellent. So that's what I put on the chat. Probably got a lot of other people excited. Somebody did come along later on and said the normal Logic 7 system is 720 watts, 14 speakers. But of course I read it in the brochure, new for 2010. Well, this is a 2010 model. I had no idea what I've got in this car, but anyway. Yeah, this is the 2010 version. We've got the Logic 7. Now, now I've reread the brochure, it does sort of, yes, it is an option. So the Logic 7 HD was standard on all autobiographies, but it was an option on all models of Range Rover, you know, for those years. Now they did 3 sound systems from what I can gather on these Range Rovers. They did like the basic DSP system, the Harman Kardon Logic 7 and the Harman Kardon Logic 7 HD. Now the HD, 19 speakers, 1200 watt Class D amplifier. This is Logic 7, it's 720 watts, 14 speakers. So we've got speakers in the door pillars, 2 speakers in each rear door, 2 speakers in each front door, tweeters on the backs of the mirrors, a centre speaker and a subwoofer in the boot. So I thought, well, fair enough, I've got a Logic 7 system, but I thought we'll come out to the car, we'll have a look, see what options we've got for adjusting the sound on the screen, and I'll do a bit of playing about. I've got a condenser microphone sat in here, I've sat it in the middle of the car, so hopefully it'll pick up, because it's, even the Logic 7 is a surround sound, it's 5.1 surround sound. When you switch Logic 7 on, it becomes 7 channel and it does this and it does that. I don't really know what that's all about, but you know, someone more qualified could probably explain it. Now I've got quite a good ear for music, being a musician. I play bass guitar, dabble a little bit on the keyboards. So when I'm sort of listening to music, I do sort of pick out the nuances and this, that and the other. The only downside we've got today is the source going in. You've got to consider the source going into the system, what you're going to get back out of it. The ideal thing would be a CD, because that's uncompressed files. The CDs that I've got, all copyrighted. Even Toccata and Fugue in D minor. It was flagged up. I mean, it was written in the 1800s. Come on, how can that be copyright? Because if you look at YouTube's audio library, there's a few classical music on there, you know, Beethoven, Mozart. Obviously, gets copyrighted. Sony Corporation owns the copyright to that. Bloody corporations, they own everything, don't they? Bastards. Anyway, so today I've downloaded some music from the YouTube audio library, which won't be copyrighted. Unfortunately, it's on a stick and it's MP3. Now, MP3s are quite compressed files, so I'm hoping that the sound quality from the MP3, plugging in the cubby hole down here in the USB thing, won't compromise the sound. But what can you do? We'll get it all set up. I'll get the little camera, we'll see what's going on the screen, and see if we can notice any difference in the sound. So Let's get and have a look down here. For this little segment, probably best to put some headphones on or listen to it through decent speakers. If you're watching it on your phone or an iPad, you're not going to get the real benefit of the sound. I'm hoping with this condenser mic, if it picks up the ambience and yeah, give that a whirl. You'll get a better representation of the sound with headphones or decent speakers. So this is the screen. We've got portable audio. I've got Untitled. That's the memory stick. So press this button here. You'll get this screen come up. Now, here you've got your bass, your treble, and your subwoofer. This button here, balance fader. So front to rear, left to right. This is the Logic 7. That's either on or off. So we're going to put bass up to 3, subwoofer on 2, treble on 2 there. Oh, we're having a bit of a moment here. That's with Logic 7 on. Turn Logic 7 off. Here we go, Moonlight Sonata. Switch Logic 7 off. Now we'll switch it back on. I don't know if the recording's going to pick that up. It's not a very loud song, is it? I need to turn it down a bit because if I go for a next song, Ride of the Valkyries. We'll switch Logic 7 off. It's more sort of on the outsides. Switch Logic 7 back on. Logic 7 off. We'll switch Logic 7 back on. Logic 7 seems to goes to the outside. I don't know how to explain it. You put Logic 7 back on. Put Logic 7 back on. It's like you're right in the middle of the music. Don't normally listen to this sort of thing. That's loud. Logic 7 off, it sounds like the music's in the distance. I don't know if this recording's going to pick it up at all, but Logic 7's back on. It's pretty good. The Harman Kardon Logic 7 sound system in your Range Rover. Obviously, if you've got a Range Rover, you'll know all about this anyway, and what little hidden gems that the car's got. I thought I'd just do a little video. There's not many videos on the Harman Kardon system for Range Rovers. There's a lot of Harman Kardon Logic 7 systems in other makes of cars, like the BMW, for example. And a lot of the other makes and models have got a slightly better interface when it comes to adjusting the sound. The BMW, for example, you can go in and adjust the EQ, and you can really dial that sound in. On this one, you've got bass, treble and sub. You can turn the subwoofer up and down, bass and treble up and down, and that's all you can really do. So it's quite limited. I don't know if the HD system is slightly different. I don't know. If you've got the HD, Logic 7 HD, you'll have to let me know in the comments. But the sound, some people don't like the Logic 7 and they have that switched off. And I can see that that has its place for different types of music. If you're listening to like a lot of drum and bass and all that kind of thing, Logic 7, the sound you get from it might not suit that sort of music. Whereas like classical music and sort of, you know, the sort of stuff that we listen to, Logic 7 is fantastic. Because I was describing Toccata and Fugue, but obviously that video got copyrighted. With Logic 7 switched off, the organ sound, it sounded like you'd walked into a church and the organ was at the other end of the church, and you could sort of hear it, the sound coming towards you, which it was still a good sound. With Logic 7 switched on, you was in the music, the sound was all around. You know, you could hear everything, and the bass from the organ and everything, it was fantastic. Obviously that got copyrighted. But yeah, hopefully this recording, I've got a decent microphone, big condenser mic sat in the back here, in the middle of the car, hopefully picking this all up. Obviously, you'll know what it sounds like. I won't know until I get indoors and edit it. But yeah, I thought I'd just put this little video out, and yeah. So Range Rover content at the moment is a little bit lax. There's only so much you can talk about Range Rovers, isn't there? I've been making Range Rover videos for just over 4 years now. What to look for when you're buying one, you know, buyer's guide for the TD6, the TD-V8, what you should look for, what goes wrong, what extras you get, all the repairs we've done. And I've just run out of ideas, basically. There's only, you know, I can't keep flogging a dead horse, if you know what I mean. I get a bit, I'll end up getting bored of it. You lot will get bored with it. But if I can come up with any new content with the Range Rover, I will put it out. If you've got any suggestions, drop it in the comments below, what you want to see. I've done the service. We've got the back brakes to do at some point, so that'll be another job coming along. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and there'll be more coming along soon. Soon? I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.